How y'all doing? I just learned that Vince McMahon is an evil conservative propagandist. And I learned this from a gentleman on Twitter. So I want you guys to read this. I'm going to read this to you. I'm not going to say what this guy's name is because he shall not be named. And I don't want to give away all of his magic. And I just kind of want to discuss how Vince McMahon has warped our minds into thinking that conservatism is good and that America is great and everything else sucks. Okay, so this guy says WWE has a long history of attaching liberal left causes, racial injustice, feminism, environmentalism, anti capitalism to villains because ultimately it is all the creation of conservative propagandists, despite all the platitudes about parity and inclusivity. I reiterate, if any of us was as moral and leftist, both of them are quotes, as our online presences allowed us to be, we all have been boycotting this company for a long time. The McMahon family are truly effective propagandists, though. They feed us deeply conservative messaging in the guise of entertainment every week. Their greatest propaganda is in their own interest. They convince us this is a forward-thinking company so that we keep watching. No shade to the people working at the company trying to change things from the inside. Okay, so we have all been brainwashed by WWE into thinking that WWE is a forward-thinking company. Okay, because I guess that's what we're supposed to be thinking. And they always attach villainy to leftist causes. Like environmentalism, that one time they did it. Like racial justice, that one time they did it. Or like feminism, that one time they did it. Or that anti-capitalism, like I don't know when they did that. I mean, we could flip it though. We could say, well, where are all the pro-capitalist baby faces? There are none. Every pro-capitalist in WWE history, from Ted DiBiase to JBL to Alberto Del Rio, and that's two different Ted DiBiase's, by the way. Every man that has been rich as part of his gimmick in WWE has been a heel. Everyone. So where's the anti-capitalism? Where's that? Where does that come from? So Vince McMahon must be a leftist if that's the case, because he has had nothing but rich guy heels. Himself, Mr. McMahon, rich guy heel. Okay, I guess that one time he had Donald Trump as a babyface, but he was the heel in that situation. It was like the battle of the billionaires because they had to have a good guy billionaire and a bad guy billionaire, right? So then he says, if any of us were as moral and leftist as our online prejudice allowed us to be. So what we talk about is excoriating people. Now, let me take a moment here. See, the problem is these people think they are liked. They're not liked, right? You think that people like you because you get a lot of likes on Twitter. And, Hollywood agrees with you and the mainstream media agrees with you. But to be quite honest, you're the heels, right? You are the people who do nothing but complain. Complaining is not a babyface thing to do. Babyfaces seek to solve the problem. They venture out to solve the problem, right? That is a truly pioneering, a truly babyface thing to do. A babyface gets off the couch, leaves online, goes out and fixes the problem. If the problem is there are no women main eventing WrestleMania, the woman gets off of her fucking couch, goes to the gym, works out, finds a character, learns how to cut promos. She gets into the company. She works her ass off. She works her ass off again, and then eventually she gets there, which Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Ronda Rousey did. That's like Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Asuka did. That's what women do. That's what people who are heroic and pioneers in what they do, that's what they do. Okay? They don't sit online and excoriate people. People don't like being lectured. Okay? They don't like it. They do not like being lectured. The moment you start trying to lecture people about how they're destroying the environment, they're going to boo you. Period. See, that kid that they have on TV all the time, wasn't it Greta Thunberg? She always does her speeches in front of people who already agree with her, right? Because the moment she does that speech in front of people who are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here, child. Boo. Get off the stage. Bye. Beat it. I don't care. Leftists are so used to talking to themselves. In other words, they talk to people who already like them, right? Because it doesn't seem like lecturing and excoriating and victim and blaming. I was about to say victim blaming, but blaming and all that shit. That's what it doesn't. It doesn't sound like that to them. But when you talk to other people, you are a heel because you're telling people they're inherently racist, inherently sexist. They're destroying the environment. You're putting all of this crap onto people, and people are like, "No, I'm not racist. No, I'm not sexist. No, I'm not destroying the environment. I'm doing the best that I can. I recycle." And then you're like, "That's not enough. You're fickle." And the people are like, "Well, fuck you. Boo. Fuck you. Boo. You want a spot on the roster just because you're black? Boo. You want a spot on the roster just because you're a woman? Boo. It's not conservative propaganda. It's natural thinking. Natural. People do not like individuals who don't want to work for things. We don't like it. And it seems kind of silly to me. And it's also, of course, completely out of bounds. Because of course you're ignoring the right wing villains, quote unquote, like Jack Swagger and like JBL and like other performers who have played that role. Now, the comment section underneath this is an absolute nest of vipers, right? It's just people wanting to throw more logs on the fire because they really don't know how to think. But this is also a completely self-centered way of looking at the world. They're looking at the world like, I'm right. Everyone else is wrong. Therefore, if you portray me as the heel, I'm taking it personally and I should boycott. When you really should be saying, is that really how I sound? Do I really sound like that? Do I really sound like Daniel Bryan? Like I said before, there was nothing wrong with CM Punk saying, don't do drugs, don't have sex. It was the same stuff that Hulk Hogan said. Say your prayers, take your vitamins, blah, 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 blah. CM Punk could have said the same thing. But he was saying it in a way that was preachy. And people don't like being preached at. I don't know what's wrong with these people that they think the average person wants to be subjected to preaching all day, every day. They don't. People do not want to be subjected to you preaching and telling them how they should live. That is not what baby faces do. I'm sorry. That's just not how it works. If you're not smart enough to understand context, meaning it is perfectly fine for you to tell people you probably shouldn't go out getting drunk, getting high, doing all these things. You could destroy your life. If you don't understand that versus someone saying that they're better than you because they don't drink, they don't smoke, and they don't do blah, 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 blah. If you don't understand that, you're too stupid to even be watching wrestling. Because now you're even below the whole, how can SpongeBob have fire underwater? You're even dumber than people who say stuff like that at that point. You have to be smart. And smart people can understand nuance. And for starters, smart people wouldn't even go through all this. Because it's not relevant. Either watch the show or don't watch the show. Please boycott. We will all be better off if you boycott it. Sadly. And I'm saying this. I've been saying this for a while now. Wrestling ain't for everybody, dog. Some people just not. It's crazy how wrestling is so immature, and yet some people are not mature enough to handle it. And this person on this Twitter machine is not mature enough to handle it. He thinks he's the baby face. He's really the heel, which is the mark of a true heel. I'm trying to save you. Don't you understand? I'm doing this. I'm going to destroy your livelihood, but it's for your benefit. Don't you get it? We all have to stop driving cars and riding the bus because we need to save the environment. Don't be angry with me. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to get rid of your white guilt. So give all the black people your jobs. Stop striving to be the best because black people can't keep up. I'm trying to help you. Relieve yourself of your white privilege. Don't you get it? You have masculine privilege. Tuck your balls between your legs. Stop opening doors for women. Stop looking at them. Close your eyes when you see them. I'm trying to help you. Don't you get it? Don't you get how I'm trying to make you a better person? I'm trying to make you better. You can do better. You can be better. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to save the world. Because I have the power to save the world. Because I can do it. That's how you sound. I have to destroy you I have to destroy everything you love, destroy your country, destroy your job, just make you feel bad about being a man, make you feel bad about being straight, make you feel bad about being, pro family or whatever, pro business. You want to start a business and make money? Oh, shame on you! And you think you're the baby face? Get the fuck out of here.